Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Jennifer Lopez, what the streets have been whispering about for over a year is finally coming to fruition. Y'all, they are saying that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are getting divorced. And guess what? It got something to do with Diddy.
Oh
Y'all, this is
shoot.
blowing my mind. Now, I
J
would
Lo
have thought
fine
it
self.
has something to do with
J Lo
that
always been
tour
fine, bro.
that she
Woo.
tried to sell seats for 7,000, and now she's selling them for $10 on Ticketmaster. I would think it was at debacle on Netflix, which no lie, I see it was a
What?
therapy session. But baby, sometimes when people tell you no, you got to know when to let it go. Y'all, what am I talking about? There are new reports directly from In Touch Weekly. Ben has moved out. They are no longer living together.
Dang.
She's looking for an apartment in New York City. If this is true, her children now have to go to a different family. But at this point, I know Max and Emma
Mm.
are like, oh my God, can we just go to college and call it a day? And then you can just chase love all you want. They gonna be the college kids. You ever have the friends that every time like you join them for the holidays or summer vacation, every time you meet their mom or dad, their mom and dad has a new boyfriend or girlfriend that is the love of their lives. Parents are divorced,
Dang.
and every time you see them, they each got a new boyfriend or girlfriend that's the love of their life. That's gonna be Jennifer Lopez, where every time they come home, they're gonna be like, it don't even make sense to remember these persons' names: Charles,
She
Chuck,
talking shit.
Barry,
She
Harry.
talking shit. You
Okay,
feel me?
you know.
Stop talking about my
Anyway,
girl.
they're also saying that one of the major reasons it happened, and this is a little sad, is because Ben couldn't take the mess that was going on with Diddy. Now, listen,
Mm.
let me just say this, okay? Time will tell if they can work it out. They have been through a lot together, but actually, when you think about it, it's been 20 years of distance and some love letters in between. The person I think J
What?
Lo really liked was A Rod, but A Rod was a cheater and he's never stopping. And you know how it is when you really love someone, you can't be having them come in um, every morning looking like the cat dragged them in. Oh, no, no. So, what is the situation here? Okay. First, let's talk about the rumors about what's going on between Ben feeling some type of way about Diddy. If you guys don't know, there were always rumors back in 2000 that one of the reasons things didn't work out between J Lo and Ben is because they thought that J Lo was like some Puerto Rican Bronx garbage, trash. Now, I know
What?
what you're saying, right? But back then it was a different world. Back then they looked at her as the girl that was running the streets with Diddy, this little Latina girl from the block. And Ben's family is very much like Goodwill Hunting, Bosty, South Indy. I'm just saying. I can see back then very old fashioned parents, and you have Jennifer with her Puerto Rican beauty and New York exuberance. You know, y'all like to like show out. You know how it is in Boston, right? South Indies. The way that Jennifer Garner is the ideal woman at that time that they liked. She's also very much like Ben's mom. Anyway, Ben's mom was like, I don't like that hussy. What's she doing here? Ben's friends were like, oh,
What?
now you got a Puerto Rican girlfriend, you're acting different. There was a lot of pressure from outside
What?
sources. Now, that said, Ben was still the weak one that let those people get into their heads because at the end of the day, they were just jealous. On top of that, Jennifer Lopez, you didn't know she went through training, I believe, after the Ben Affleck divorce to learn to be more likable because so many people couldn't stand her. She would talk trash
For
about her
real?
not co stars, but other actresses. She was real, but she was also even delusional back then because she was
Dang.
saying Salma Hayek, Winona Ryder, Gwyneth Paltrow, all those people were hacks and she could do it better. And I said, girl, while points might have been made, first of all, how dare you speak on Winona? But at what points may have been made. At the end of the day, J Lo, who are you to speak on? This isn't a peer review because you are not their peer. But you know, I make my living saying whatever you want, whatever I want to say. Anyway, that was one of the reasons that they broke up. They looked at her as gutter trash, so to speak, that she was sullying. Jennifer Garner was a nice girl, than that, but humble, but still when she went, she could show it out, but she lived a low key lifestyle. Okay. Now, cut to now with the Diddy information. What Diddy actually did out there, okay, is now coming up. Ben's friends, family, and everything are now being like, you with that girl? Do you know what she's into? Now, here's the real thing that everybody needs to think
I
about.
thought it's just rumors though.
See, the Diddy parties and what he was in were one of the worst kept secrets in Hollywood. Now, I have
Mm.
to be serious. I never remember Ben Affleck going to a Diddy party or being frequent at a Diddy party. If you got proof, let me know. Right. But when I search, I don't remember seeing him there regularly. I don't remember a thing. Maybe it's because he was the ex to J-Lo. I really don't know. But the thing is, now that the Diddy stuff is coming out, a lot of people have been coming to Ben, telling Ben about Jennifer's time with Diddy, the stuff they did, the stuff they were into, coupled with the fact that I think that Ben always does that. To me, and I'm just the outside looking in, Jennifer was always like head over heels with Ben. Ben always treated Jennifer as an option, and it looks like he is exercising his option to leave. Listen to this. And when you read this, keep in mind that every time something else embarrassing comes out about Diddy, Ben cringes because he somehow thinks that reflects upon him. And Ben is always trying to be taken seriously. They said J-Lo and Ben Affleck are headed for divorce. He's already moved out. They said Ben has hit a breaking point with J-Lo and has moved out of the home they share. The writing is, this is sources exclusive. They're standing by this. The writing is on the wall. It's over. They're headed for divorce. And for once, Ben's not to blame. Fans have noticed that Ben and Jennifer have been spending increasing amounts of time in recent weeks. The actor did not attend the Met Gala with his wife on May 6th, despite her important position as co-chair of the event. I did wonder about that. Like, why weren't you there? That was pretty big, her actually co-chairing. It's really unfortunate, and maybe it's just bad luck that the year J-Lo is the co-chair, it's one of the worst Met Galas. It's picketed, and it started the Block Party 2024.
Man, I just seen a video. Oh, I got y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie, they're doing crazy about the Met Gala. Gotcha.
Literally canceling every celeb. If you guys are doing the Block Party, let me know who you've blocked, right? Because y'all know how I know. I don't have admiration for celebs. So I'm wondering who is on that list because I know who's on mine. Anyway, right? They said despite her important position as co-chair of the event, Ben's official excuse for missing the Met Gala was he was busy filming The Accountant too. You couldn't take one day off to go to the Met. Stop it. He decided to
you can't stop production. You can't stop production.
He's production. You know what? One thing I also do think that really pissed him off. Remember in the movie when J-Lo took her private love letters from Ben and passed them around for everybody that worked with her and her crew and her musicians and her friends to read so they can help her write? And he was like, why would you do this? And she was like, oh, because like I needed them to know. That's when I was like, I don't know if this marriage is going on because I know Ben's a mess.
That's a
we
secret.
know
that's
Ben
secrets, man.
cheating with the babysitter, the nanny, which he was doing all this stuff. We know Ben, but the thing with J-Lo, sorry guys, the thing with J-Lo is we also forgot maybe she's a little bit on the selfish side too. Maybe neither of them are perfect.
Ain't nobody perfect.
Ben is focusing on his work and his kids now. That's what he did before when he was humiliated by being associated with Ben. Isn't it sad also? Do you think, and if I was J-Lo, you got to look at these things. When J-Lo was hot and they were that it couple, Ben was happy to be with her. But every single time J-Lo started embarrassing Ben, making him feel like people were looking down or talking about him, he always ditched J-Lo. He's focusing on his work and his kids now.
But why niggas worry about what other niggas think, bro? I don't know. I ain't never been that way, bro. I ain't about to move different just because somebody judging me or care about, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's suspicious.
Ben already moved out, and they'll likely have to sell the dream house they spent 2 years searching for.
Dang.
They'll never stop loving each other, but she can't control him, and he can't change her, and there's no way it could have lasted. This is actually really sad, though, because I will say one thing. J-Lo, for all her faults, and I don't know her. These are speculation, right? She seems to really be down for Ben. Ben always sells her a dream. And I know what people say, J-Lo's too much. She's self-absorbed. She's at a certain point, Ben, you know who she is. You Ben know who she is. She is your soft space for landing when life gets too real. But as soon as you're done falling, you get up and you're like, yeah, I'll be back. If this is true, I feel so sad. An ongoing problem in the relationship was the different ways they handled the spotlight, with Jennifer embracing media attention and Ben shying away from it. That's nothing different. In J-Lo's documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, he admitted, getting back together, I said, listen, one of the things I don't want in a relationship, don't want as a relationship on social media. Then I sort of realized it's not a fair thing to ask, which is true. As much as people dog J Lo is famous for being famous.
Head
She
ass.
has more money than you. You can't be the
What?
breadwinner. I think it's
She do?
unrealistic to come into someone's life and be like, the thing you love doing, the thing that makes you you, you got to stop. So Ben was playing games, but also J Lo, you got to realize you are not Ben's number one. In a way, he said, then I sort of realized it's not a fair thing to ask. It's sort of like you're going to marry a boat captain and you go, well, I don't want the water. We're trying to learn to compromise. Jennifer then said, I don't think Ben is very comfortable with me doing this, but he doesn't want to stop me. Ben would never try to stifle Jennifer's dreams or tell her she can't do something that advances her career, even though she can be quite controlling of him. Now they're saying, unfortunately, the compromise ended up being harder than the couple thought. They waited almost 2 decades to get back together, but in the end, they just couldn't make it work. They both said they matured and learned from the mistakes, but some of the bigger issues that tore them apart the first time remained the same. Yeah, here's the thing. I 100% believe this. I've been hearing rumors for a while. It sucks they couldn't get it together. It is Ben, it is Jim, but at the end of the day, you are literally.
Hey man, y'all niggas better, you better get to know somebody's soul. You know what I'm saying? If you dating out there, get to know somebody's soul. Their friend, get to know who they really are. Like who are you? Like who are you? You know what I mean? Figure it out. And let them figure out who you are. You feel me? And after y'all do that, I ain't talking about one day, 2 weeks, couple months. I'm talking about give it some time, bro. And really get to know that person. Okay, cool. We can make this work. Then make it official. You feel me? Why niggas be making it official after a week? niggas have sex and then okay, we dating. What? It's your boy Kelvin, man. I appreciate y'all. Like the video for me.